I'm about to give y'all the scoop on some new products that have just really caught my eye at Sephora. And I'm going to go through a couple of things that are living in my current makeup bag that I think you should check out. If you're new here, what is up? I'm Amber P, professional makeup artist, and I am also an employee at Sephora. I do makeup there as well. So let's get into it. The first product I want to talk about, it isn't new, however, it is new to the scene. So the Patrick Ta foundation. So this foundation I have been using on clients while at work, and let me tell you something, it is a beautiful foundation. Now she's pricey, okay? She is pricey, so this is one of the ones where if you want to get it on sale, that would make a whole lot of sense. But if you have dry to normal skin, you are going to love this. It goes on like butter. It gives you what I've been calling a glam glow. I love how it looks on the skin. Now, if you're like me, your girl who you got your own built-in glow situation going on, you are a true. And when I say true, I don't mean, oh, I'm just oily, you know, here, dry here. No. I'm oily everywhere. There's not a dry spot on me. This ain't for us, babes. I tried it out and no, it's just not for us. But here's the thing, and I think a lot of people lose sight of this. They think that just because something doesn't work for them, it means that it's a bad product, and that is not the case. I've been using this on clients that have dry to normal skin types, and it's beautiful. Oily skin, absolutely not. Not a bad product, it's just very skin type specific. You have a beautiful shade range. Patrick Ta is a makeup artist, and as a professional makeup artist myself, I'm always going to stand brands where it is a makeup artist brand. Now, once we start talking about celebrity brands, that's a whole other conversation, but we're not getting into that today. Patrick Ta, one of my favorite makeup artists. Love his product. I love his eyeshadows. Like, he's just got a lot of great things. So if you are someone who has normal to dry skin, girlfriend, check that out. Next up, this Ilia face palette. Now, it grabbed my attention because I'm a face palette girly, okay? And one thing that I will say is that I love the way that it looks. You get a bronzer, you get two blushes, and a highlight. My only thing about this is the color payoff, and it's not just for the deepest one. I feel like they could have had another one, absolutely. But even for the light to medium, the color payoff, it just wasn't really giving as much as what I was hoping for. However, here's the caveat. If you are someone who maybe you're new to makeup or you're just scared of getting too much pigmentation, you could go this route. Can you build it up? Yes. For me, was I underwhelmed with the lack thereof as far as like how much it wasn't going to give me? Nah. Because for the price of, how much is this bad boy? Where's she at? Yeah, price of 58 doll hairs. I need a little bit more. I just need a little bit more. Next up, it has been a long time, and I'm talking eons, I'm talking years, ages, since I have mentioned anything from Tarte. So I was browsing around. So what I've been doing is every day I go into the store because we're getting closer to the holidays. Actually, today is November 1st. Today was the first day of the sale. Boy, let me tell you, what a day. It was on and popping today. But what I've been doing is I'd like to just take like a browse around the store to see like what new products are popping in, because, you know, with the holidays, it's just all these different things are popping up every day. So I just didn't want to be in the know. And these Tarte products, first of all, this Blush and Glow palette caught my attention. I was like, ooh, she's cute. And then the eyeshadows. So I have not bought any eyeshadows for myself in honestly 2 years. All the eyeshadows that I had bought, they were for my kit, but I haven't even bought anything for my kit. So now we are about to open the eyeshadow gates, okay? Because there are some palettes that your girl wants, and I'm excited about it. But the Tarte blush palettes caught my attention. And then also the, where'd it go? Boom, there it is. These eyeshadow palettes. Again, hadn't used Tarte in a hot minute, but just the color payoff, the packaging, I was like, ooh, that looks cute. That looks cute, you know. It's okay to, two things can be true. And again, I think a lot of people have a hard time with this. it's okay to maybe not like or care for a brand, but also say that, oh, that one product looks dope or that color looks good. Like, it's okay. It's all right, you guys. These keep selling out, these eyeshadow palettes in store, so the girlies are loving them. Next up, I don't know why I want this palette, but I want it. I don't know when I'm going to use, well, I would wear it to work, obviously. So ABH has these cute little mini palettes, which your girl is a mini palette lover. So the first one is, oh shucks. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so the first one is the Sugar Mini. So it's got like this pink and this blue and purple and browns. I don't know. It was just calling me. And then Spice Mini Palette. So Spice Mini Palette, personally for me, I feel like I have too many of those tones already. So that's the other thing too with the eyeshadow palettes. I also realized that I'm starting to look at things that I typically wouldn't go towards, because if I'm going to buy makeup now, I don't want the same thing. I have a bunch of warm tones. Like, I don't need any more warm tones. However, that mini palette, the Spice, it definitely caught my eye. That's an Amber palette for sure. I still, like I said, the Sugar Mini, it just looks fun. I'm just kind of like, yo, let's bust out some fun holiday looks and be great. Okay, next, there are other items. Hold on, I have to scroll through. I've got a lot of client photos. Ah, yes. The new Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette. I have the first one, and it is one of my favorite palettes. It lives in my kit. Anytime I get the opportunity to use that palette, I'm gonna use it. This palette is so unique, and so I'm sure like all the black girls are looking at it like, oh, that's not gonna work on me. It's gonna work on you, okay? It's just a matter of, do you like the color story, yes or no? Just because you are a black woman, a woman of color, or a darker skinned woman, it doesn't mean that cool tones aren't for you. It could just mean that you just don't like cool tones, and that's okay. Me, I am equal opportunity. I love it all. This palette, the shimmers in it, it's just something like, Mario is a genius. So if you don't know, Mario Devanovic is my favorite makeup artist, period, hand down. The reason being is because his work is clean and also his work is timeless. I like a timeless glam. So you can look back at his work on Kim 10 years ago. This ain't about Kim. I didn't ask you if you like Kim. We're talking about Mario, the makeup artist. Amen? Amen. If you look back at his work that he's done on her 10 years ago, it's still beautiful and on point to this day. So I am someone, especially when it comes to just my own makeup artistry style, I like timeless glam. I like pretty. I like a natural glam, a soft glam aesthetic. I'm not someone that jumps into the trends. That's just me. There's nothing wrong with trends, but my thing is I just want something that's going to look good no matter what. So if I look at it 5 years and I'm like, oh, that still looks prettier. If I look at it from 20 years from now, it still looks great. This palette is amazing. That blue. When I swatched that blue, I don't have any swatches of it. No, I don't have any swatches of it. Dang it, I should have got some. Oh my goodness. Just never seen nothing like it. It's absolutely glorious. So going back to face palettes, the Hourglass Ambient palette. Y'all know Hourglass does these palettes every holiday time, right? And this is just, I have one. Is this one from last year or the year before? Where is mine? The tiger. I honestly can't remember. So this is the one from either last year or year before. One of my makeup girlies will let me know down below. I have this palette and I don't use it that much. I really don't. Do I like these tones? Yes. In fact, I need to pull it out so I can use it. These, don't waste your money on these. I feel like Hourglass isn't trying. I feel like they release the same thing every single year. We still don't have any deeper tones. It's just kind of like meh, like egg on the face. I don't like it. So again, it's frustrating because Hourglass is a great brand. They have great quality. Like I said, I like this, and then honestly, one of my palettes that stays in my makeup bag is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, you know, shade number 3. Again, two things can be true. Do I love this palette and think it's great? Absolutely. Do they need a deeper one? Yeah. Yes, they do. Let's start being free thinkers, you know? Especially, and this isn't to be polarizing, like this isn't all politics, but especially because right now that's just the atmosphere that we're in. It's like you can look at both sides, like remove the candidates, right? Just for a second, look at both sides. And I can tell you right now, on both sides, there are things that I find repulsing and jacked up. Same thing with everything else in the name of beauty, right? So I think it is absolutely disgusting and repulsing that they still have not come up with deeper shades, or with this, give us something new. Give us something fantastic, because the quality is good. I do like it. I do enjoy it. Anywho, and I'm sure someone's probably going in the comments, well, Amber, yeah. Next up, Nars blushes. So these have been out for a little bit, but Nars has reformulated their blushes. They are still amazing. They're talc free. There's this shade called Teased. It's this magenta shade. I used it on a girly the other day. I will show you. First of all, her whole look came out freaking fire. I loved it. It was for her birthday photo shoot, and I used the color Teased on her, and I'm just... Again, that's a shade that ain't for everybody, but let me tell you something. If you are my shade, and especially deeper, glorious. And Nars blushes are tried and true. When I'm working on clients, if I need a blush, my go-to is always going to be Nars. Always, always. Okay, Huda Beauty. You know she does her large eyeshadow palettes every single year, right? Icy Nude is the one that she released this year, and this is her last large palette. That's what she said. So I'm a Huda Beauty fan. I like her products. I love her eyeshadow palettes. I'm not gonna lie. So on Wednesday, when we got it in and I was looking at it, well, I think it might have already been there. Wednesday was the first time I worked this week, and I opened it and I was underwhelmed. I was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what I was hoping for. I think honestly what I was hoping for was just like the OG Huda Beauty, the first Where is she? Hold on. Yes. And I know this is a warm palette, but this palette is just sickening to me. This was her first one, and just like the branding and everything, just like, it's just... It's sickening. It is sickening. Anywho, I don't know. I think I was hoping for something more on the lines of this, since it was going to be her last large palette. I'm going to leave this out because I want to use this. But this is her Icy Nude. So if you're not familiar, Huda Beauty has gone through some rebranding, and so she's got a new logo, Easy Blur. Enjoyed that product if you're looking for something that's in between, where you don't want a full-on full coverage foundation, but you don't want like a skin tint where it's giving nothing. That's a perfect in between. And it has niacinamide in it, so it actually does add this beautiful glow to the complexion and just the integrity of the skin. It looks really beautiful. Anywho, when I opened this Icy Nude palette, underwhelmed. Then the girlies today. So the other LBAs, we were in the beauty studio, and one of the girls, she's like, I love this palette. So we were just like having a discussion, and I love it. And that's like one of my favorite things about working at Sephora, especially like with the LBA crew. So you have your beauty advisors. Those are the people that you have on the floor you see floating around. And you have LBA. So the LBAs are licensed beauty advisors. So they either have an esthetician or a cosmetology license, and they work in the Sephora beauty studio. So you'll see us doing makeup, you'll see us doing facials, whatever the case may be, right? So we had like a 5-minute discussion on this whole Icy Nude palette. And so after listening and hearing the girls out, I was like, you know what? And then I had one girl say, okay, talk to me, give me the breakdown. Like, what shades are you liking? What are you thinking? And the way she broke it down to me, and then the way I was looking at it, I was like, okay, I am going to get this. I am going to get this. And you know, one of the reasons why I'm going to get this, first of all, it's her last palette. And secondly, I don't have nothing like it. I don't have anything like it. So Icy Nude, again, is it for everybody? Nope. It ain't for everybody, but I think it'll just be dope to have in my collection. Have some fun with it. I don't have anything like it. Icy Nude. And then also Fenty has these little like juicy shine, like the gloss bombs. Like, these are cute for yourself if you want to buy it for yourself, or if you want to have like little stocking stuffer. I thought that was super cute. And there's a new exclusive shade in there as well. I haven't had a chance to swatch it. And then last but not least, today we finally got Danessa Myricks Light Work Palette, the new one, the magnetized one. Danessa Myricks is queen of makeup. Again, one of my favorite makeup artists, Mario Divanovic, Danessa Myricks. She is someone, those two humans, Like, if Beyonce were to walk in front of me, I probably wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Beyonce. I'd be like, oh cool, Beyonce. If Mario Divanovic or Danessa Myricks were to walk in front of me, I'd probably pass out. I would probably pass out. I just respect them, their artistry, their talent. It is everything. In fact, let's just put it out there, Lord, I would love to meet both of them. And then who knows, maybe one day have the opportunity to work with them. That would be sickening. Anywho, this Lightwork palette, you guys, I've never seen anything like it. And y'all know I'm a Natasha Denona stan. I like Pat McGrath eyeshadows too, but I tend to go more so with Natasha Denona. These, though, unreal, futuristic, majestic. It's sick. I am getting this palette. Is she pricey? Yes. However, so unique. So unique. 3 other products we have to talk about. So the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Overnight Eye Serum for fine lines, wrinkles, and it has retinol. Yes. So I have the mindset with my skincare now. Obviously, we have to be mindful with our finances. So if I'm going to splurge, I'm going to splurge on my nighttime skincare. So that being like my eye creams, any retinols, acids, things of that nature. Next up, the Roxa palette by Natasha Denona. We do not have this in our location. It is only online. However, y'all already know what time it is. That color story, yes, we need. And then last but not least, the Dior stick foundations. I put this on somebody today, and the texture of it, how it goes on, it looks like skin. Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed. All right, so those are a few new products that stood out to me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go through a couple of items that I have living in my makeup bag. The reason why we're doing these is because these are the ones that are tried, true, used, and abused. Y'all know whenever I do these videos, I tend to not to even like doing them anymore because I say the same thing over and over. But one thing about me, if I'm saying the same thing over and over, it's because I'm standing 10 toes down on that bad boy, okay? So the first thing that I have in here, I already talked about this, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Volume 3. I love this palette. I love it a ton. I use the bronzer on my eyes, on my face. This does work for me as a bronzer. And then I also like these shades too on the outside. I'll use them on my eyes. Speaking of my face, what's on my face right now, everything will be down below. I have on my lips, it's just this Clinique Black Honey. I literally just whipped this out of my drawer because I was like, I don't have nothing on my lips. And I forgot how dope this color is. You want to know what's on my eyes? Let's take a trip down memory lane. If you're a real makeup girly, then you know. Natasha Denona Metropolis, excuse me. I pulled this out this morning. And that's the cool thing too that I love about working at Sephora is now if I want to wear green eyeshadow, no one's going to question me. It's accepted. So now I get to pull out all my colors because I do like wearing color, but I think like I have a very distinct way of doing it to where you don't know that I have on green eyeshadow or green liner until you really get up on me and you start looking at me. But pull this bad boy out, and then the rest of my complexion products are in here as well. All right, so Sephora Micro Smooth, tried and true. I use this on dry or mature skin to set under the eyes with concealer, to set all over the face. I will use a darker shade to use for bronzer. I'll do that when I'm doing stage glam as well. I like products that are multi-use because when I'm working on my clients, regardless if it's in Sephora or if I'm doing stage glam traveling, I need things that I can just kind of use quickly, but then if I can get double use out of it. Now, my only gripe with this is that, they don't make my shade no more. This is shade 58. However, last year, my girl Christina, I bought myself a backup. So I had this one backup. And then Christina, when she came to Orlando to do our makeup lesson, she sent me 3 more. And I'm normally not that girl, but this is the absolute most perfect shade. I know Kosas makes a product like this. I see it every time because my station is right next to it, but I haven't gotten around to using that. Again, the price point's going to be a little bit higher. You could do a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark or deep dark, but yeah. Powder foundation. This has been living in my bag. I've been whipping her out. As you can see, we like her. This is Fenty shade 410 in the powder, but just for shade reference, I am the shade 420 in the liquid foundation. So if you're an oily skin girl or you want something that's just simple and new, get on with your life, this is amazing. Makeup by Mario concealer. This is the concealer that I have on and have been wearing. I am rocking the shade. Is it 540? I love this concealer. I love it because it's pigmented, but the consistency is thin. Some concealers, most concealers that have a lot of pigmented, yo, I'm tired. It's late. I've worked all day. Try again. Most concealers that have a lot of pigment tend to be super, super thick, and then under the eyes, it's just crusty, it's crepey, it's a mess. No, 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 not this. And a little bit goes a long way. I have to remind myself of that whenever I'm, you know, testing it out on clients. I tend to always go too much and I forget, but when I do it on myself, I'm like, no, 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 just a little bit. But this is an amazing product, and this is my favorite setting powder. Throw all the other setting powders away. We can throw away Laura Mercier. We can throw away Huda Beauty. This, because y'all know I'm not a loose powder girly. Makeup by Mario powder is so special because the consistency of it, it's finely milled. It's not thick. It's not giving cake batter. This is amazing. What else we got in here? We'll roll with Makeup by Mario. These Moisture Glows. If you're like me, so I am not a matte lipstick girl by any means. I'm more of a lip liner, lip gloss kind of girl. These Moisture Glows, if you've watched a couple of my videos in the probably past 3 videos or so, this on the lips is it's just beautiful. Beautiful shades, goes on, moisturize, and that's the thing because most glosses are not this pigmented, and it's just amazing. My blushes that I wear, so Natasha Denona, my goodness, Danessa Myricks. She has a, oh, that's what I forgot to get. Okay, I'll put a picture of it. The blush set. So she has a blush set where you get 2 big size blushes. I want both of them. I can't think of the names, and you have 2 minis. Love it. Love it, love it. As you can see, this is the shade Jubilee, okay? I have this on my cheeks right now. Almost out of this. And then Orgasm Sunset, Charlotte Tilbury, the beauty wand. So you have some pigmentation to it and you have a little bit of glow. So I thought I was going to let her go because I have worn this out all summer and I tried to venture off with some other blushes and I was just like, no, I just like this. I just like this. I'm almost running out. However, my good sis Katie sent me a birthday present and I have another one. Thank you so much, Katie. So we have this one. Oh wait, this one's just Pink Gasm, but that's okay. So we have this one. And then, oh, no. Okay. Wait. She got me both of them. So I like Pink Gasm, and then I have Pink Gasm Sunset. So I got backups. Thank you, Katie. She was so sweet to send that to me for my birthday. And then I'm also running out of this one again. Here's my thing with these components. Miss Tilbury, darling. Give us something different because this ain't it. And I'm going to get you. I'm going to pull you up by your bangs, Miss Tilbury. This is my favorite liquid contour. I love it because it's not too cool. It's not too warm. It's not too dark. It just like, this is what I use to contour, sculpt, whatever the case may be. I love this product. There's only 2 shades of this. Ma'am. This is amazing. If you're wondering, if you're my shade or lighter, you can use the last one. If you are darker than me, unfortunately, you can't, and it pains my soul because I prefer this over all liquid, between the liquid and cream bronzers. This is what I prefer because it's easy. It gives you the perfect amount of pigmentation. You don't have to worry about it going left. It's thebomb.com. And then what else do I have in here? Natasha Denona Mini Bronze Palette. I love her down. And an oldie but a goodie. This is the last product in here. My Nars Soft Matte Concealer. Y'all remember this? So why do I like this? I like this because it looks like skin. So if I'm in a little bit of a situation to where, let's say if I have like a little blemish or something, I will just stick my little finger in and press this on the area and it's going to look like skin. It's not going to be a dewy or a glowy look. That's why I like it for spot concealing. Sometimes I do use this under my eyes. My under eyes can handle this. If you do have more so drier skin, dry under eyes, that might not be the case. But when I set it very carefully. So what I do is I actually take an eyeshadow blending brush because I just want a little bit of powder and then go over it and it's golden. And that's it. Everything else is in there. It's just some hair clips and then a Maybelline lip gloss that you can't get from Sephora. So that is it. Those are a few standout products that I think are amazing. Oh, the Makeup by Mario Hydrating Setting Spray is also bomb as well. Can we talk about it really quick? Okay, I know the girlies love the one size setting spray, right? On a day-to-day basis, I just can't do her. I can't do her. I have her. Oh yeah, in the one size foundations. I have these in my kit. So for the line of work that I do, if you're new here, I'm a professional bodybuilder and I also do hair and makeup for bodybuilding competitions. So due to being on stage, light, hot, sweaty, we need bulletproof stuff. If you're looking for a bulletproof foundation, something that is matte, something that is full coverage, that is bulletproof, waterproof, this is it. If you have any bit of dry skin, you will not like this. I'm also going to go ahead and tell you this too. If you have not dermaplaned, you have a little bit of facial fuzz going on, this is going to sit on top of it and you are going to look crazy. I had a client and she was just so stuck on wanting to use this, and first of all, I knew she didn't have the skin for it, and I was trying to, you know, persuade her to go with the Dior foundation, the Glow foundation. I have been using that on clients. I'm a Dior stan. Dior foundation, whether if you do the glow one or the matte one and the new stick one, I should have got content of that while I was at work there too. Sorry guys, but that's typically been my go-to for dry skin, the Dior foundation. But if you are dry, don't even look at her. Don't even look at her because this is going to be tough. This is not something that I would use on an everyday basis. This would be for a situation where I need full glam, or I'm going to be outside, or I'm competing myself, then I'll go with this. I'll pop a couple of photos up here so you can see what I mean for just like the full glam looks that I'm doing when I've used this foundation. But yeah, that's it. That is all. Down below in the comments, let me know, are there any new products that have stood out to you? And then also, are you buying? Are you re-upping? Are you doing anything? Like, I'll go ahead and keep it a buck with you guys. I'm not buying anything right now because it just doesn't fit in my financial budget. However, I'm an employee, so I can just grab these things, you know, whenever I'm ready to get them. But also, please, I want you to be a good steward with your money. And the reason why I am getting into this is just simply because a couple of weeks ago, the Lord spoke to me and he told me specifically like, hey, I need for you to be a better steward with your money. And then also just some other things that are, you know, in my home, in my life there, I can afford to be a better steward. So please, with the holidays coming in, y'all, don't go broke trying to keep up with folks. Do not. I want you to really mind your finances. I want you to, first of all, and this is talking to me as well, we need to make sure that we are tithing. We need to be making sure that we are giving 10% to the Lord. And this wasn't planned. It just came over me, but I am speaking this. Like, anytime I speak things, I'm not just speaking them out of thin air. I'm speaking them because these are things that have been placed on my heart that the Lord has spoken to me about. But we need to make sure that we are tithing. We are giving our 10% to the Lord. And even if you can't give your 10%, like, everyone's got a different situation. This is something that I definitely, I need to be diligent and do better about. But also in the holidays, don't get caught up in the buy. Do not. Like, look at what's going on in the world. You need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, paying things that need to be paid. And yes, you want to be able to, you know, have a little bit of fun, but don't get caught up in the constant buying and got to do all this. No. It's not top-notch priority. It is not. So with the holidays coming around, spend time with your family. You know, I think sometimes when we think of gift giving, we think of money or tangible things. Sometimes the gift of just having fun with your family, sitting around the table, sitting on the front porch talking, having the coffee, having the tea, you know, having a glass of wine with a loved one, like, that is good stewardship. And sometimes giving the gift of just being with someone is far more important than giving them a material item. Okay, amen. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. And don't you forget to cast one more net.